So before baking, place the dough in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. And if you want to bake it the next day, you can leave it there overnight. The dish that we use for baking the bread ideally is a cast iron Dutch oven, like the one shown here. If you don't have one of these, then a similar round baking dish will be fine. And you want to put the Dutch oven in the oven and then turn it up to the highest temperature that it can go, which for me is 250 degrees Celsius, and then just let the oven preheat. Once the oven and the Dutch oven are preheated, you can pull it out and just dust it with some coarse semolina or polenta to create a non-stick surface for the dough. Take the dough out of the fridge and then carefully pull the dough away from the edges of the container that you've used for the proofing stage. This might take a bit of work, just even with the flour, it does sometimes stick a little bit. So once it's out, gently place it in the Dutch oven. And what we'll do now is score the surface of the dough. So I have a lamb, which is a razor blade that's specially made to do this, but you can just use a sharp knife. And just make cuts in the surface of the dough. You can look up patterns if you want, and this allows the bread to rise evenly. So once you've done that, put the lid on. Put the Dutch oven in the oven. Lower the temperature to 230 degrees and set the timer for 25 minutes. Remove the lid of the Dutch oven, lower the temperature to 200 degrees Celsius and put the timer back on for another 25 minutes. And once those 25 minutes have passed, the bread is now ready. So pull it out of the oven, carefully pull it out of the Dutch oven and place it on a wire rack to cool.